Celebrities aren't helping. And why would they? In a country where the big issue now is affordability, outside of, I don't know, Springsteen and a few others, celebrities don't strike people as relatable or in touch. And what their activism mostly activates is eye rolls. Because stars, they're not just like us. They fly private. They have 5 houses all over the world. They give their kids ridiculous names.
It's Hollywood awards season again, and like always, politics steal the spotlight while art gets pushed aside. These shows have become boring because instead of honoring real talent, celebrities deliver long, tiring political speeches that make people roll their eyes. I thought I was the only one exhausted by the same recycled talking points until Ma stepped in with sharp, sarcastic, and genuinely funny commentary, and I've gathered every clip. So if you're tired of Hollywood politics drowning out creativity, hit the subscribe button, get comfortable, and let's begin. Because the spectacle keeps getting louder while meaning less and
the awareness you really care about, which is how wonderful you are. Ricky Gervais once told the award show crowd, "Don't use it as a platform to make a political speech. You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world." And of course, this is where celebrities say, "How dare you? We're citizens with just as much right to speak out." Agreed, you absolutely do. I'm just saying, don't.
Ma explains, and I completely agree, that many celebrities have no real grasp of everyday life. Their massive wealth acts like a shield, protecting them from the struggles most Americans deal with daily. Economic downturns, rising prices, or even national emergencies barely affect their comfortable lifestyles. While regular people stress over rent, bills, and job stability, celebrities can simply travel anywhere in the world to escape problems. Ma isn't saying they should lose their freedom of speech. That would be absurd. He's pointing out something basic. Their opinions often lack real-world grounding. When someone who's never faced hardship lectures millions about the country's problems, it feels empty at best and insulting at worst. Sometimes staying quiet is the smartest choice, and Ma isn't afraid to say that.
It's having the opposite effect of what you want. Every big name in show business came out for Kamala Harris, from Oprah to Clooney to Beyonce, and she lost every swing state. A survey of Ohio voters found Taylor Swift's endorsement actually had a negative impact, with 24% saying it made them less enthusiastic about her as a candidate.
Come on.
Read the room, Democrats.
Americans clearly enjoy celebrities, but that doesn't mean they're clueless. Most people understand that stars live in a completely separate reality, far removed from everyday struggles. They know celebrities often have little understanding of issues affecting average Americans. Because of this gap, many people doubt celebrity political opinions, no matter how loudly they're shouted. In fact, many Americans believe celebrities often support politicians only after earning millions through influence, treating endorsements like transactions rather than beliefs. People are growing skeptical of flashy endorsements and the supposed moral authority celebrities claim. Americans may enjoy movies, music, and famous faces, but when it comes to politics, they see through the glamour, the speeches, and the money-driven motives behind public statements.
You know, when movie lovers get together these days, one phrase that comes up a lot and always makes me sad is, "Yeah, you couldn't make that one today." Top of that list is the great Tropic Thunder, which the scolds have been after for years. But in February, Ben Stiller tweeted, "I make no apologies for Tropic Thunder. It's always been a controversial movie since when we opened, proud of it and the work everyone did on it." See, people, it's not that hard.
Americans clearly enjoy celebrities, but that doesn't mean they're fooled. Most people recognize that stars exist in a different world, one far removed from normal life struggles. They understand that celebrities often lack insight into issues that truly affect everyday Americans. Because of this disconnect, many people question celebrity political views, regardless of how passionately they're expressed. A large portion of the public believes celebrities back politicians only after securing massive payouts, using influence as currency rather than conviction. Skepticism continues to grow around these flashy endorsements and the moral authority celebrities claim. Americans may love entertainment and fame, but politically, they look past the sparkle, the speeches, and the profit-driven intentions behind these announcements.
Trader Joe's, who for years have been selling a line of ethnically themed products, trading on the name Joe. For example, they have Trader Jose's beer. So, of course, one teenager on Twitter heard the word Jose and said it was racist, and then there was a petition, and then Trader Joe's management did the right thing. They burnt down all their stores and so. No, they didn't. They said, off, you oversensitive little
Another reason Ma criticizes modern award shows is how aggressively political they've become. A movie like Tropic Thunder wouldn't stand a chance today, not because it lacks creativity or value, but because it might offend someone. Hollywood now treats discomfort as something unacceptable instead of a storytelling tool. But art has always pushed limits, challenged sensitive topics, and used satire to expose human flaws. Comedy especially relies on exaggeration and discomfort. It pushes audiences to face ideas they might avoid. Ma's frustration is that Hollywood no longer trusts viewers to understand context. Instead of honoring bold storytelling, the industry rewards films that match approved political messages. As a result, award shows lose their original purpose of celebrating creativity and risk. When politics control art, the outcome isn't progress. It's stagnation disguised as virtue.
Celebrities aren't helping. And why would they? In a country where the big issue now is affordability, outside of, Springsteen and a few others, celebrities don't strike people as relatable or in touch. And what their activism mostly activates is eye rolls. Because stars, they're not just like us. They fly private. They have 5 houses all over the world. They give their kids ridiculous names.
Ma isn't the only one calling out excess ideology in Hollywood. Some celebrities have criticized it from the inside. One major example is J.K. Rowling. She has never been afraid to speak her mind, even when it sparks backlash and boycott threats. Rowling openly challenged what she saw as rigid thinking in modern Hollywood culture. The response was immediate and harsh. Studios pulled away. Online mobs attacked her reputation. Still, she refused to back down or issue fake apologies for approval. Ma's point fits perfectly here. When ideology becomes sacred, disagreement becomes heresy. Rowling's experience showed how quickly Hollywood turns on anyone who steps outside the approved message. Whether people agree with her or not, her refusal to retreat exposed the industry's growing intolerance for independent thought.
It's okay, you're stars. We like you for who you are. Insulated divas whose talent allows you to out on the finer things in life, because we all need something to aspire to. But being talented, which you are, isn't the same as knowing things or having the credibility to advise people on their politics. You rail against privilege, but you avail yourself of the greatest privilege of all, to remain clueless.
Ma goes further by explaining why celebrities fail to connect with regular Americans. Celebrity life is exaggerated, inflated, and detached from reality. While everyday people just want a safe, affordable place to sleep, celebrities live in massive mansions that look like castles. While families save all year to visit loved ones during holidays, celebrities casually fly private without hesitation. This constant excess creates a deep cultural divide. Ma's point is simple. When your daily life is defined by luxury, understanding paycheck-to-paycheck struggles becomes impossible. Celebrities don't live like normal Americans, don't think like them, and don't struggle like them. So when they lecture the public on politics or morals, it sounds empty. Their lifestyle makes them poor representatives of average citizens' concerns.
Dave Chappelle lashed out at me last month because I called him out for saying there was more free speech in Saudi Arabia than here. Well, I was right. What he said was stupid. America has many problems, including free speech issues on both left and right, but we're real different than Saudi Arabia. If you don't believe me, try opening a art gallery there.
Ma is absolutely right. Talent doesn't equal wisdom or qualification. Being skilled at acting, singing, or directing doesn't mean someone understands policy, economics, or everyday struggles. Ma isn't trying to silence anyone. His point is responsibility. If celebrities choose to speak out, they should fully understand all sides before taking a stance. Too often, they rush to align with trends or social pressure, assuming they already know what their audience believes. That assumption is arrogant and disconnected. Instead of preaching, they should listen, research, learn, and accept complexity. If they want to guide millions, they should understand the political space they're entering rather than talking down to people they barely understand.
Ricky's right. Celebrities don't know about the real world. So Democrats, it's great you have all the big celebs, but people see them as an arm of the Democratic Party, which they already suspect for lacking common sense. I know the celebrities mean well, and we thank them for having their heart in the right place, but just do you. Do what you do so well. Use your extraordinary talents for the noble cause of bringing relief from the problems that ribbons and pins can't fix. I know it's very important to you that you feel that you're making a difference, so let me assure you, you are. You're making independents vote Republican.
Here, Ma challenges Dave Chappelle for suggesting Saudi Arabia has more free speech than the United States, and he's right to disagree. Anyone with basic political knowledge knows that comparison fails. Saudi Arabia is a tightly controlled monarchy where dissent is punished. Journalists, critics, and activists risk prison or worse for speaking out. America, despite its flaws and cultural conflicts, still protects free expression far more than most nations. Ma isn't saying the US is perfect, he's saying comparing it to an authoritarian state is dishonest. In America, people can criticize leaders publicly and still go home safely. Try that in Saudi Arabia and the consequences are severe. Ma isn't defending censorship, he's defending reality.
Comedians have been under attack for quite some time, and I need to stick up for my tribe. This war on jokes must end. Will Smith wasn't pulled off stage, but comedian Nimesh Patel was literally pulled off stage during a performance at Columbia for a joke about how hard it is to be gay and black. Not an anti-gay joke, mind you, a pro-gay joke. But one of the event organizers walked on stage and said, "I don't think you're entitled to certain jokes you're making." Well, a sense of entitlement certainly is a big part of the problem here, but not on the part of the comedian.
Ma argues that celebrities are hurting their own political goals. Instead of drawing people toward the Democratic Party, loud celebrity activism is pushing many Americans toward Republicans. These performances often feel smug, preachy, and disconnected from real life, creating resentment rather than support. When wealthy stars lecture everyday people about morals, money, or voting, it feels more like scolding than advocacy. Ma's point is that politics isn't won through virtue signaling or award show speeches. It's won by meeting people where they are. Celebrity activism often deepens divides instead of building trust. Constant moral posturing doesn't inspire confidence. It creates backlash. In trying to appear righteous, celebrities end up pushing people away and strengthening the opposition they claim to oppose. In the end, Ma's criticism cuts through the noise and lands on a simple truth. Hollywood has lost touch with the people it claims to represent. Award shows meant to honor creativity have become political lectures delivered by celebrities disconnected from everyday life. Their wealth, isolation, and performative activism don't convince anyone. They alienate. Instead of unity, this approach deepens division and drives audiences away. Ma isn't calling for silence or censorship. He's calling for humility, self-awareness, and a return to art over ideology. When celebrities preach instead of listen, people tune out. If Hollywood wants relevance again, it needs fewer speeches, fewer purity tests, and more courage to tell honest stories. Until then, the gap between celebrity culture and ordinary Americans will only keep growing. And with that, we close today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.